You battle with the images. You battle, with the images. Welcome back to another Real Talk video. I pray y'all are doing well. As we off top, give the Most High Yahuwah all the honor, the glory, and all praise and worship. Thank you, Yahushua, the Son who hung, bled, and died. Let me dive right into this video. Video response back to you, Brother Carl. The battle of pornography. I've talked about this gazillion times on here. And this is only for people who was addicted to porn and know something about porn and masturbating and praying to leave it alone and stop it. The battle, the constant battle. And that's why I'm using this title, The Images. You constantly battle with those images. See, all it takes is a flash, a second. Why you think commercials are so addictive? Because most people, if you think about it, you'll remember more than what you see versus what you read. You can't get those images out your mind. See, it takes the Holy Spirit, and only the Holy Spirit can deliver you from that. And these sexual sins, when you start talking about the masturbating and the pornography, looking at that, and drunkenness and the invites that the devil is getting in, the enemy uses that and works on you. Paul said, cast down those imaginations. And even when you think about it, it may be years and years on down the line, but you still have an image of what that woman look like or what them women look like. See, that's the danger of pornography, to take you down that road that you don't need to go down. And I pray for you as I pray, continually pray. These things the devil know, if he can get a flash, a commercial, a woman that's sexy walking down on the beach, or if you have been addicted to pornography, I pray that you come out that addiction, but you can't come out of it on your own. Most people ask me this question, JT, you married, right? And I'll be like, yeah. Do married men still masturbate? Look like more married men masturbate more than single men. Whatever's going on in a marriage, a lot of women shutting it down, or whatever the situation may be, women may be having health problems. I don't know what it is with the wives. But when it's shut down, it's already a constant battle. Most men I know are always horny. We're gonna use the word horny in this video. Wanted at least 3 times out of the week. See, church folks don't like to talk about this stuff, but they're the main ones that battle with it. Why they always just talking about it's just man and worldly folks. No, it ain't just in the world. You got more and more Christian women coming up pregnant, having abortions, et cetera, et cetera. So, and more preachers getting divorced. Lust ain't just in the world. Matter of fact, most of the lust that I see going on now, look at the way a lot of women are dressing in these church buildings that's still going. And I'm talking about all women, I'm not. But that lust ain't no joke. So when I look at the imagination, I guarantee you, any man I talk to will tell you I still remember what she looked like. And the danger with that also is, if your mind don't get renewed, and you've been praying to get married and all this stuff, and you ain't let go of all this stuff, you ain't let go what she used to smell like, what she used to wear, you still holding on to her bras and sexy panties and all this stuff, you messed up. You gotta let go of all that. And too many people like to hold on to stuff, or they like to go get somebody and date somebody that remind them of the one they used to be with. Or she looked just like my ex. She looked just like my ex. She remind me of my ex. That's dangerous. Because you'll mess around and have sex and be still thinking about your ex while you with your current wife. That's why I did that video, the danger of having sex before marriage. Because when you get exposed to a freakier woman who don't mind being freaky, see, I learned something in life. That's why them old men would say, what you won't do, another woman will. And she will love it. And that's why you got a whole lot of men that's got a side piece. Because they regular piece ain't doing exactly all what they want them to do. And I'm not trying to knock with nobody. Hey, man, what you do? Hey, I'm not trying to tell people to do what I do in my marriage. Because you have to line yourself up with the Holy Spirit. Now, if you can't line up with the Holy Spirit and do things the way the Holy Spirit shows you to do it and how to do it, you're going to have a complicated situation. The Most High designed everything to be beautiful. We are wonderfully made. So, family, we got to just be real out here with each other and keep it real and tell the young generation for sure what time it is out here. So on that note, I love you and have a blessed day. Shalom.